everybody, it's Ryan. Now I'm here with Alex from Sloan's Implement in Bloomington, and they're a John Deere dealer. And what they were nice enough to do is they dropped off this John Deere 825i for us to use for the weekend. So we're gonna take it and give it a good test run and try to use it and see the ins and outs of it. And I'm not exactly sure what different size units there are. Like, what size model is this compared to other Gators?
We have a smaller model, a 590i. It's a lighter duty model. This is in the full-size utility vehicle. There is also a 625i, which is smaller than this. This has 50 horsepower, runs 40 miles an hour. And the 625 is smaller. It only runs around 30 miles an hour.
Cool.
And then also we have the high-performance RSX model, which runs 62 miles an hour.
Okay. Are all of those units diesel?
No, these are mostly gas. We do have a 855i, which is a diesel.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Alex was nice enough to work this out with us to let us test run it, and we're gonna see just how well she does.
It's a full-size Gator. It's a work series. It's not the work series, but it's kind of a crossover because you can run it on the road. It does have that speed to do that, but it is heavy enough to do the work when you need it.
So go ahead and run us through the options.
Okay, this model does have the brush guard, front fender guards. You can also get them with rear fender guards. That doesn't have it. Does have the poly roof and a bench seat. You can get a bucket seats as well. Power dump and spray and bed liner. Power dump's really handy for when you're out working. It's a lot easier than pitching it off or lifting up yourself. And once you get in here, you can get all to your service points pretty easy. Oil fills right on top. You got your dipsticks on the other side over there. It opens it up so it's really easy to service.
Cool. Thanks.
Alex. Yep, you're welcome.
Do it. What's going on, guys? All right, let's go.
Pretty snappy.
All right, so a first impression that we got from the John Deere Gator 825i that we are demoing from Sloan Implement in Bloomington, Wisconsin, from Alex, our salesman. And I'd have to say that we are pretty impressed with it. It runs really well. The motor runs nice and smooth, and we're just pretty shocked at how smooth the ride it is across the field. You can go at a pretty high rate of speed, to be honest, and it'd still be pretty smooth. So I imagine it could be pretty good for trail riding too. So before I use it for the rest of the weekend, I'm just gonna do a couple thoughts and cover a few things that we didn't cover quite that well when we first got it in here. Now that we've had a look at it and we've used it, we can talk about it a little bit. So first things first, these Gators actually allow you to put in separate flashing lights right here. These are knockouts, and the dash has the label for your blinkers. So if you wanted to put flashers on this for road use, you could, and I think that's pretty cool considering our other UTV doesn't really allow that. And up front we got space for a winch. Didn't come with this one, which we won't need it. We've never needed a winch, really. Another thing that I really like about this is that it has these guards, and I know that they're more common these days, but our other UTV also doesn't have this, and it kind of makes you feel more secure, like you're not gonna fall out when you're riding on it. And I really like them, and along with the seat belts, they should do a pretty good job of holding you in. And another thing that this has that our other UTV doesn't is the roof. Now if you look right here, we got these clips. This roof would probably take about 30 seconds to take off and put on. So if it's a nice day out and you don't want the roof, pop it off. And if it's kind of a rainy day, you can just clip it right back on. So if you're gonna hop in one of these bad boys and you're gonna take it for a drive, it's kind of just like a car, really, and just like our other UTV. You got to turn on the switch, wait for the fuel injectors to do their work. Go ahead and start it. Got our RPMs here, time, speed, trip, odometer, and hour meter, and engine temperature and fuel. Now up here, we got indicators saying that the parking brake is on, and I don't have my seatbelt on, which we were sitting here wondering why this seatbelt clip on the driver's side is bigger than the one that's on the passenger side. And you look at this one's slightly bigger, and the reason for that is because there's a sensor in there. So yeah, we got a battery sensor up here, engine oil pressure, I think, I can't really see, and engine temperature warning lights. So that's everything up there in the dash. Got our light switch, four-wheel drive. The four-wheel drive came on. Our power lift, which is super cool. I really wish our other one had this, but to be perfectly honest, if we end up getting another UTV, I'm pretty convinced it's going to be a Gator, because just with all the options and this really smooth ride compared to what we're used to. All right, so if you're going to take this for a drive across the field, you're going to hop in it, start the engine. The next thing you got to do is take off the parking brake. Pull up on it, press down the button on top, and push it down. We're free. Now, there's the transmission. I just put it into high. You got low, and you got reverse. Now, I haven't used low, but Travis and Dad tested out and said that it's pretty slow, which is what it's for. Yeah, it is pretty slow, but if you're looking for more torque, you might want to use that. There we go. So yeah, another thing is the differential here. Right now it's unlocked. If you want to lock it in, pull that sucker up and it locks it into place. The bed of this thing has the spray-on Bedliner, which is pretty high quality from what I've heard. They say it's very durable and it takes a lot to beat it up. And another thing that I think is really cool about this is that John Deere actually thought enough to put on a ruler on the tailgate. It goes up to 44 inches. And that's kind of cool, because I never really would have thought about doing that. But if you're working on anything in the back of the Gator, and you know, maybe you're cutting pipes or something, and you have all your stuff in the back of the Gator, just put it up here and cut it off. It's kind of one of those things that you don't really think about, but it's a perfect place to put it. Another thing that I really like about this is that it also has the wheel guards. That would come in a very handy. Let's say you're out in the pasture and you're kind of doing some close maneuvering through some trees. It would save you on your tires and your hood from getting too scratched up. We're really appreciative that Alex from Sloan's in Bloomington could get this for us over the 4th of July weekend. And every year we have this little get-together where we take all the four-wheelers and UTVs and we go around to all the farms checking on the crops and the pastures. Now, the cows have been out for about a month now, and we think it's always a pretty good idea to go through and check on everything at once. That way we know if, you know, there might be a hole in the fence or something like that. And the more people that we take along, the better. And this will allow us to take along at least 2 people. And who knows, we might take more. I don't really know who's all going. So this way we can spot something easier, or have a better chance of seeing something that a few other people might not. So yeah, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on what we think of it before we send it back, and let y'all know just how well it runs for us. And yeah, be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all how farms work. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you updated. See you next time.